Hello and welcome into your 2019 Winter Classic review, Bruins versus the Blackhawks on New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to anyone watching this channel, watching this video at all, supporting me. I appreciate you and I'm looking forward to another year of posting Bruin videos on this channel. I hope you stay along for the ride and enjoy it. But we have a game to talk about, and the game would take place at Notre Dame. As you may know, that is the venue where the Winter Classic took place. And in my opinion, I think it's the best venue that the Bruins have played their Winter Classics at. Not saying Fenway isn't better, I'm just saying from the looks aesthetically for a hockey game, I thought it was better. I thought a hockey rink in Fenway kind of looked a little awkward, although extremely cool. Gillette, I just thought kind of looked whatever. Gillette's not a very special stadium. It's very cookie cutter. Just looks generic in my opinion. But it was still cool to see it there. But I thought Notre Dame kind of had a cool, I don't know, vibe to it, I guess you'd say. Plus, you got the Irish theme. I kind of like that. Just I appreciated it more than some other people, I think. But I think most people liked it overall. Either way, we got a game to talk about. Cam Ward in net for the Chicago Blackhawks in 2019. Interesting, but he would play great and was definitely not the reason the Blackhawks lost, in my opinion. Tuukka Rask played fantastic for the Bruins as well, only surrendering 2 goals and overall making some huge saves, multiple big saves on Patrick Kane, for example, that I'll get to later. But 9 minutes in, and as I was saying in the last video, the Bruins have a thing for giving up early goals, and this isn't as early as some of the goals the Bruins have given up, but this is only 9 minutes into the game when Brandon Perlini would put a goal on the board for the Blackhawks. Now, Sekera would take a shot from the left side of the slot, go around the net. Torrey Krug would go behind the net. Torrey Krug was weak on his stick, and David Kampf lifts it up from behind, passes it to the slot to Brandon Perlini, wide open, and he finishes it past Rask. No fault to Rask there. A shot that close in from the slot, sometimes you're just not going to be able to save it, and that was the case in this situation. 9 minutes in, the Bruins are down 1-0 early. Didn't like to see that out of Krug. Wish he was more strong on the stick, but, you know, sometimes that happens. Krug you can pick on easily because he's a smaller defenseman, and, you know, his size kind of is his weakness, and it's sad when it comes about that it is the reason he gives up plays like this sometimes, and you live with it when you play with Torrey Krug because you take his offensive upside and you live with the defensive downside in this situation. Pastrnak would get the Bruins on the board a few minutes later. Bruins would get a power play. Bruins get into the Blackhawks zone. They get a few shots towards the net. Eventually, Pastrnak gets left alone in front of the net. Bad move by the Blackhawks here because eventually one of these shots gives a rebound right to Pastrnak. He waits out Cam Ward and finishes 5-hole on him to tie the game back up 1-1. And very big goal. Pasternak's 24th of the year, and you saw the little Eagle celebration. You know, he was like that. Love to see it. Love to see him get on the board. 1-1. Late in the first, you had some very big chances for both teams. Alex DeBrincat gets a point-blank chance on an empty net, but shoots it at Carlo's leg. This was a little before the last few minutes, but that was a big chance. And if Carlo's leg's not there, the Blackhawks would have been up 2-1 after the first. And thank God Carlo's leg was there. I don't think Carlo really knew he was blocking it, but he was there, his leg blocked it, and he gets credit for it. 30 seconds left. Cam Ward would rob David Pastrnak one-on-one. Good passing play between Krejci and Pastrnak, but Cam Ward was better in this situation. He would stop David Pastrnak. Off a face-off, the Bruins let up a Pat Kane breakaway, and you don't want Patrick Kane coming down one-on-one with your goalie. Luckily, though, Patrick Kane shoots it. I think he was going 5-hole. Tuukka closed the legs, stopped that. Patrick Kane would get the rebound, put another one on Rask, but Rask would stone him because it was a very close attempt, so it was pretty easy for Rask to make the second save. That first save was tricky, though, because sometimes the 5-hole gets exposed, and when you got a guy like Patrick Kane coming at you, he can pick you apart. Luckily, Tuukka held in there strong, made that big save, and we would go to the intermission tied 1-1. This game had a lot of big chances, and I felt like Bruins gave up a few too many, but the Blackhawks are giving them right back. I thought the Bruins were the better team in the first period after the Brandon Perlini goal. Before that, they were a little flat, but after that, they woke up, which is what you like to see after you get kicked in the jaw a little. You know, you like to see the resilience, and they showed it. Mid-second period, the Hawks get into the Bruins zone. They pin them there. You get a good pass from Taves up to the point to Gustafsson. I'm sorry if I butchered his name, but Gustafsson does a great job of putting this puck right on net, and Dominic Cahoon tips it from about waist height down to the 5-hole area of Tuukka, and it beats Tuukka 5-hole. Hard to adjust to a puck when it's redirected in the slot like that, and he just catches Tuukka's 5-hole the right way, the right time, and it puts the Blackhawks up 2-1. I mean, better pressure by Colby Cave on Taves to make him struggle at the pass to the point, but sometimes it just happens. and tips happen in hockey. It's a hard way to get a goal against because it doesn't feel like they earn it as much, but it happens. The puck deflects off of things. You take them when you get them, and you have to swallow it when you get them against you. And then, oh my God. The Bruins would respond on a power play because the Bruins' power play is filthy. 4th best in the league right now, 27%, something like that. If you want to know why Patrice Bergeron wins the Selke, watch this sequence. Watch this sequence. Go to the highlights, pull it up, and watch this sequence. This is why he's won the Selke multiple times and probably has a good shot at winning it this year, barring health. So 1:42 left in the second. Bruins on a power play. Pastrnak gets at the point. David Kampf pressures him, and Pastrnak, again, Pasternak's not the best from the point on the power play with puck security. And he lets up another bad turnover, and Kampf gets it. Kampf forced the turnover. Kampf gets a breakaway, and Patrice Bergeron gets on his horse and tracks him down, beats him. Patrice Bergeron went into another gear here to catch up to David Kampf, and he catches him from behind, stops the breakaway. It was a one-on-one with Rask. Patrice Bergeron comes out of nowhere, takes away the puck, and the Bruins take it down the other zone. They get set up, still on the power play, and Patrice goes to the slot. Pastrnak gets it down low to the right, throws it on net. Patrice gets the rebound, roofs it backhand, top shelf on Cam Ward, and the Bruins tie it back up 2-2. And defense to offense, and this is how you win a Selke, boys. Play all 3 zones, hustle hard when you need to, play smart, get to the good areas right in front of the net, get the rebounds, get the easy goals. They count just the same as the sexy goals. And, you know, wow, Patrice Bergeron, I shouldn't say it's an easy goal because that backhander took a lot of skill to roof. But, wow, it's just, watching Patrice Bergeron play is a treat, and I will never take it for granted. I will never take it. But what a play by Patrice. Tie game 2-2. And then we'll jump to the mid-third here, where Sean Kuraly would get his second game-winning goal in the last 2 games. He got the game winner in overtime against Buffalo. He gets a game winner in the Winter Classic. He's on a roll right now with game winners. Mid-third, Miller down low makes a great pass to Joakim Nordstrom, who's covering for Miller at the point. Joakim Nordstrom passes it across the zone to the other point, Matt Grzelcyk. Matt Grzelcyk takes a shot right away, and the rebound falls for Kuraly, and he just bats it backhand home. Kuraly makes the Bruins go up 3-2, and you know you don't score pretty ones all the time. You like the pretty ones, but the not as pretty ones count just as much. As I was saying, you go to the areas like Bergeron did in the last goal, like Kuraly did in this goal. If you go to those areas, you're gonna find pucks and you're gonna get goals, and this is what Kuraly does here. Kind of like he did in the overtime winner against Buffalo, where he shot it, got his own rebound right in front, and put it home. He put this rebound home for the Bruins to go up 3-2 with less than 10 to go. Taves, less than 2 minutes left in the game, would hit the post, and my heart dropped when I heard the post hit because I thought he went bar down. He did not. It came right back out. Point blank save by Rask on Kane. Rask made a ton of big saves in this game, especially in the third period when the Blackhawks were putting on pressure in the last 10 minutes when they were going offensive. Marchand eventually would finish the empty netter. Krejci was taking it through the middle of the ice. He would get tripped up. Marchand would pick up the puck, take it to the house, and score to make it 4-2, closing out the game and making the Bruins a 4-2 winner in the 2019 Winter Classic. Very good game to watch. I thought it was entertaining. A lot of high-quality chances. I feel like the best games, entertainment-wise, are the ones with bad defense and great goaltending. It's kind of what you have. Both goaltenders made some fantastic stops, and the defenses let up a lot of chances, leading to these fantastic stops. So very entertaining. You had a lot of great chances. Some went in, some were saved, and you know that's what I like to see with the entertaining hockey game. Although I do not like seeing my Bruins give up that many quality opportunities, and they're lucky that the Blackhawks only scored 2 goals in this one. That being said, though, Rask now puts together his second consecutive great start. He had a great game against Buffalo. Now he has a great game against Chicago. Like what I'm seeing. Hopefully he gets hot, kind of like mid-year last year, and just rides the wave, and he takes over that number 1 starting role. Because I think in-form Rask is better than in-form Halak. I'll say that. Now, maybe you're not confident in Rask, and I get that. I get why you may be weary of trusting Tuukka Rask. It makes all the sense in the world to me. He's had some struggles in some big playoff games. You know, the history against, like, when he had struggles against Montreal. Even letting up those 2 goals in Game 6 against Chicago in 2013, which I don't like talking about, but you got to bring it up because it is history, it happened, and all that. So I understand if you are very hesitant to trust Tuukka Rask, but I feel like at the end of the day, consistency, I feel like he's probably a better bet than Halak to keep in good form. I just feel like Halak is less likely, if he takes the lion's share of starts, to play consistently good than Rask would. And I feel like we still have a small sample size of both goalies this year. We're 40 games in, so we're about halfway through. And I'm not confident in really either one to the point where I'd say they're better than the other one. And what I mean by that is both have been good this year. Halak's been better this year. I'll say that much. Halak has been the better goalie. Whether I'm sure I trust Halak come the playoffs is to be determined because I don't have enough to really go off of. It's still a small sample size of the Bruins. He wasn't that great with the Islanders. Granted, the Islanders' defense is pretty garbo. And, the Bruins are a lot better. So maybe Halak is the guy to run with. I'm not confident enough in Halak yet to say that. But I know Tuukka, when he's in prime form, he can carry you to a cup final like he did in 2013 if he's playing good. He's good enough. He's good enough, and I'm confident that. I'm not sure Halak can be good enough consistently. I know Halak, when he's on fire, is good. But I think when Tuukka is on fire, you're more likely to keep it going. Just history tells me that. But I understand people who are less likely to trust Rask. I kind of might have confused you with all the angles I took at that, but that's just my thing. I would rather run with Rask, even though I know a lot of people want his cap trade and all that. I know I'm kind of getting away from the game here, more into a Bruins topic, but I think Rask gives you the best chance at winning a Stanley Cup at the end of the day, and I know that's probably not a popular opinion, but it's mine. Bruins went 2 for 5 on the power play in the Winter Classic. Chicago went 0 for 4. That's a big difference right there in the game, because when a special teams unit can carry you, those penalties really hurt when you take them against the Bruins because they can convert. 50% on the power play, 40% on the power play today for the Bruins. Really killed the Blackhawks not being able to stop them. Chicago 0 for 4. You're not going to win games when you can't score on the power play. Overall, though, at the end of the day, great game by Rask. Great 4-2 win in the Winter Classic. And I hope you follow through and watch some more of my videos going forward in 2019. I will try to upload. I'm going to upload individual games, no more weekly reviews for the rest of the season into the playoffs, and then off-season topics and all that. So, plenty to look forward to in 2019 on this channel. I hope you stay along for the ride. If you like my coverage, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like this video. Leave a comment down below if you want to talk hockey with me. And thank you again. Happy New Year. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful 2019.